In this slide, I'm going to discuss the importance of having a to-do list. So oftentimes, many things that we need to get done during the day, they just circle around in our mind. We keep thinking about them. And sometimes, I think about them and I'm like, yeah, I got to do that. I go do a bunch of other things and then I've forgotten something that I really needed to get done. And it could be something as simple as printing off some invoices from work or actually getting them from the printer and putting them inside my bag for work. So, there's some routine things that we do every day, and when we get interrupted, it can hijack us completing the task. So sometimes we want to have the to-do list, or sometimes you want to have the checklist. You have everything you need um, as well. So just remember these things will circle around in our mind on and off until we get to them. And sometimes we're really good at avoiding and they get put off, and later we'll discuss what happens then. So when we make a to-do list and we put the item down on paper, or you can put it in the notes of your phone, I sometimes send myself email reminders because I check my email at home, at my desk, so it has all the tools I need often to complete the task. So if it's a task that requires other tools, I often just send myself an email. So you've got to kind of find that right strategy for yourself. So when we actually create this to-do list or take action where we've done something to create a reminder for ourselves, we're actually telling our brain that you'll not forget and you have this task um, to do and you have a process to get it done. So this alone will decrease feelings of anxiety or stress regarding getting something done or completed. It'll also decrease how often it keeps recurring because you've written it down, or if it's me, I've sent myself an email, so I know it's taken care of. I know that I will get to it when I check my computer later. So that takes the weight off the shelf, or off our back. We've designated it somewhere and it's placed somewhere so the brain knows, and then now it enables the brain to move on to other things to think about. But you'll notice when you don't do something like that, it keeps reoccurring. So it's really important to utilize a to-do list in the way that works for you. And if it does return, sometimes it's because we may need to make a plan, or there may be other steps related to that to do item. So some things are not just as simple as writing it down. A lot of things are, but some tasks can be more complex. And I'm going to cover more steps in later slides. So just remember that the anxiety will decrease once you put it down on a to-do list in the format that is right and works for you. So it just takes 1 second to write it down, put it in your phone, send yourself an email. So what's the hesitation when at the end of the day, we can have clearer thought, we can be more in the moment and more engaged because we don't have that tape going around in the background of our mind playing through all the things that we need to get done. All right, so in the next slide, I am going to talk about what ifs. So stay tuned.